What's going on, everyone? Coming to you live from my living room and makeshift workstation for work today. Working from the house. Getting hair back. It'll be another week. My facial hair does not grow fast, but as my wife put it, I look like a baby's butt when I've got no hair on my face. So, hadn't checked in a while. Things are going good at the gym. I have been working really hard this last week and dialed a lot of stuff in. I think I'm going to have to up my calories a little bit, probably my carbs. I've been averaging around 40. I'll probably have to kick it up to around 50 on the carbs, maybe a little more. I've been doing cardio every day, alternating with what's in the program, and then the days that doesn't have it, the days that the Lean program doesn't have cardio listed, I've been adding either 38 minutes of ATM or AMT machine training in the morning, or have been doing HIIT training. I've also been doing Scott Herman at-home workouts at night, which is part of our program. But it's been doing it more for mobility and functionality. Really working on my flexibility and conditioning on the core level, the joints and the back and everything. And I just don't think I have enough intake. And I'm probably going to scale that back a little bit too on the exercise, for the fact that I think I might be overtraining. And I don't want to overdo it, but I don't want to show up and see Steve in a few weeks and not represent. So, yeah. Anyways, things are going well. I've got a little bit of shoulder soreness from the seated Smith machine press, but I think that's because I did heavier than what I'm used to doing, since it was stable and I didn't have to worry about the core so much stabilizing the overhead press with the military seated. But I'm feeling pretty good overall. My core's starting to come along. I have not weighed in, and I haven't done a body fat reading this week. That's going to be next week. I was doing them on the weekends. I don't weigh that often. I think the scale lies because you put muscle weight on and everything, so I don't rely on the scale. I go with what I see in the mirror, and then about every 2 weeks I'll do a body fat measurement, and then every 4 weeks I will do a scale weight measurement just to see. Now, the body fat one I do have to do, I recommend every 2 weeks, because as your body changes, something that I've noticed on the forums and that I've come across from a lot of reading is a lot of people don't understand resting metabolic rates, or their active ones, their BMR. That does change. When I weighed 329 pounds, my intake was different than what it is now. And then I had posted on the boards a few days ago what everyone's caloric intake was on a daily basis, so everyone could get a rough idea and see that every body type and every purpose has a different amount of intake. So you need to constantly be vigilant on that one. It's not something you check every day. Probably I check mine about every, if I start seeing a taper off at 2 weeks, which is really hard to do after you've been in the program for as long as, if you're in phase 2 and you've been in there for, as long as we have, you're not going to see dramatic changes every week. You'll see changes about every 2 weeks. It's been more my experience about every 4 weeks that you're going to really start seeing the change. Be careful not to misidentify change in the form of a pump. So I always check when I get up in the morning, instead of when I get home from the gym or after I'm done at the gym, because let's face it, these workouts will leave you with a serious pump and looking pretty freaking rad. My love handles aren't going away as fast as I want, but that's just how it is. You can't target those. You have to process them out. So I figure probably by the end of the year I'll be looking pretty lean. I keep them in the back of the back side of my love handles, right above my butt cheeks, But my stomach's starting to really flatten out. My shoulders are starting to show a lot of definition. I want to get the shoulders a little bit more round. My back is spot on. I'm working on the top chest. It's one of the reasons I love the kneeling press. The thing is freaking awesome. But yeah, so I'm gonna hit what I need to today, and then my wife's taking me out for birthday dinner tonight. It turned 41 today. Don't feel 41. I mean, the gym soreness might make you feel that way, but I don't feel 41. I feel, honestly, probably about the best I felt since I was 30, or somewhere between 25 and 30. So I'm going strong there, making sure my macros again are on point. 1 or 2 days, if you go too light on your protein, your muscles won't maintain, especially if you're on at least we're on the war on carbs, so you need to be spot on. My refeed days haven't been the highest caloric intake count. I've only been averaging, I think, total for those days somewhere between, I think, around 3 to 3,200, and this been keeping those really pretty clean. So I don't know how that's going to impact it, but hopefully that's enough. I got to email my coach Alan, make sure that I'm on the right track here for the next couple of weeks. But things are good. I got a little bit of pain in my SI joints. I think my hips are out of alignment maybe. So I'm going to go see a chiropractor tomorrow morning, get adjusted, and then here's a question for everybody. If you watch my videos and you get to this point, comment below. Would you rather go to a chiropractor first or a massage therapist, then to the chiropractor for an adjustment? That's always something I've always wondered about. I mean, if your muscles are tense and the chiropractor gives you an adjustment, aren't those tense muscles going to just pull you out of alignment all over again? So, in my life, I typically, like, if I was to see a chiropractor tomorrow, 4 weeks later, I'd see a massage therapist, and then 4 weeks after that, a chiropractor again. So it's always every 4 weeks. There are some times where I double up because getting old, your body just decides, hey, in this program, when you're kicking it up a notch and bringing the intensity, you have to take care of that body. But other than that, things are good. Got some new, I got a new pull down rope, some clips and some other stuff. The gym right now at 24, it's got a lot of equipment and it's open. I wish there was a few more machines that I see in the videos and the exercises that the program has. But 24 is horrible about replacing stuff that breaks. So like their ropes, they used to have 2 or 3 ropes and they're down to 1, and they're always being used because, hey, the rope pull downs are everyone's go-to. And the guy got mad at me the other day because I took my rope. It's black and red rope. It's a Harbinger, and he's like, well, that's not yours. I said, no, it's mine. It has my name on it. I brought my own because I got tired of waiting and fighting with other people. So just make note. Put your name on your stuff, so if they start arguing, they can't. And make sure you don't buy the generic gear that the gym has unless you put your name on it. Otherwise, people can be real butts about it. It's kind of weird I have to do that. I don't like being a jerk in the gym or anything. I usually have my headphones on, head down, do my thing, because I like to get in and get out. Because if we don't stay on our time and our rest cycles and everything, it screws up the rhythm, it screws up the purpose of the program, and it makes for a much longer gym session. So unfortunately, I was polite about it, but I said, no, this is mine. I'm not letting you borrow it. I don't know you, and I don't want it to walk off on me. I told him you can go to Walmart, you can pick one up for like $13. I think their Gold Gym ropes are there. I wanted something with a different color. That way it was easily identifiable and not to be confused with the gym's ropes. My clips are bright red They're not the normal cheap ones; they're the Rogue ones. So those are pretty good. Someone in our group here recommended them. I appreciate it. So I do that too. It's just I found that bringing that with me in a small bag has made a huge difference in the amount of time I spend waiting for something. Again, turned 41 today, so I don't take risks or anything. When I'm in the gym, I use the clips all the time. I always do my warm-ups, my stretching, and I get as much blood and circulation as I can so the muscles are warm. But things are good. I'm enjoying the program, and I hope everyone else is killing it. I have to be honest, 100% again. I'm so grateful that we have a larger influx of people that are active in the boards, in our group on Facebook. I'm enjoying watching a lot more of the video blogs that are being posted as they go up. The motivation, the sharing, the humor and everything. Remember to keep life simple and keep life happy. It's a great experience. So anyways, I'm going to cut this out and get back to work, and I will talk to you all later.